Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on The Flash Season 7 and the rest of DC TV, and more specifically the Arrowverse, or should we say the CWverse? Yeah, we'll talk about that, but they released a promo thing, a new trailer thing, which I think was meant to release about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think just before Fandom. They delayed it, but now they just randomly released it, so here it is, let's watch it.
You have failed this city.
With all the loss we have suffered, it's important we embrace the miracles too. We're a team.
The staff chose me to get justice.
Was there a crossover? Did we win?
Our goal is to stop crime and violence.
I will not let fear win.
Just run as fast as you can. I'll try to keep up.
I'm an upstanding citizen now. This ends now.
We can all stand up for what's right, no matter what.
Truth and justice always prevail. You ready?
I stay ready.
You are Earth's mightiest heroes.
What if this wasn't the life we were meant to have after Crisis? Your mother's planning a trip.
Clark Kent, back in Smallville.
This family needs Smallville as much as the world needs Superman.
Clark, I need you to get to Metropolis now. It's the boys.
The boys?
Yeah, honey, your sons. Front page news. Does this ever get old?
If it does, I will let you know.
So yeah, we're about a week and a half away from the second part of DC Fandom. As I said, we had the other part a couple of weeks ago, but this second part coming in about a week and a half on September 12th will, for the most part, be focused on the television side of DC Comics, which, you know, if we're being completely honest, has sort of been the more consistent and successful side of DC for the past, like, decade, roughly. Now, we should be getting a decent amount of stuff revealed at this event. You know, maybe not for every single panel, but for a good amount of it. Though it may just be, you know, said to us, like, hey, person, here's the thing. Like, they'll say it, rather than showing us anything visually outside of, like, a handful of things, if just a couple of things. And of course, the main reason that they'll just tell us stuff and they won't show us stuff is due to the fact that filming hasn't resumed for any of these shows, either at the point that they, you know, recorded the panels, and even when we get to the fandom itself, I think only like maybe one of the shows would have started filming again. But, you know, in regards to the whole filming landscape, that's about to change over the next few weeks, and we'll come back to that topic in a second or soon in this video. Now, just in regards to that trailer promo thing, I do love that style that they use. I think it's a cool style. It's not new. This isn't like the first time we've seen it. We've seen it before, but obviously there's been some characters that have been chucked in there, or shows that have been chucked in there, such as Stargirl. You could even argue Batwoman. I think Batwoman's maybe been one of those type of trailers. And then, of course, Superman and Lois as well. Now, obviously, earlier on I said Arrowverse, or should we say CWverse. Now, the CWverse isn't necessarily new. I think they released a couple of things last year, or in the past calendar year, or, you know, last season, in regards to the CWverse. It's a term that they've been trying to use. There seems to be a lot of drama around it. Like, people are like, oh my god, I'll never use that term. What the hell? Oh, let's petition, let's strike. Like, we can't use that term. Look, I'm not going to be going around and saying it's the CWverse. Like, when we talk about these shows, it's either going to be the Arrowverse or the DC TV stuff. I'm never going to call it the CWverse. It doesn't roll off the tongue that well, and I don't think fans are going to, you know, attach themselves to it that much. But it's just branding. Like, I think people need to really understand that they need to brand this universe something. They can't call it the Arrowverse, especially when Arrow's not there. Like, even if Arrow was there, I think they'd find it hard to pin down on one show and call it the universe based off that. I know Arrow started it all, but on a branding sense, CWverse makes 100% sense. You could argue that they call it DCUverse or something like that, but they're trying to say this is like the stuff specific to being on the CW. So CWverse makes 100% sense. I'm not going to call it that, but I understand completely why they're doing it because it's a branding thing. So if you are complaining about it, just hopefully that explains it. So you're not like, I've seen people like just losing their minds online. I'm like, yo, it's just branding. Like, just, it's not that serious. But anyway, that trailer promo thing had a focus on Superman and Lois. I think they pretty much, I think the press release actually pretty much said it was like the first sort of promo thing for Superman and Lois, because it actually had new stuff in it, not visually. Visually, as I said, they haven't been able to film, so there was nothing visually there. However, there was some new voiceover work put in there, which I was sort of surprised by. There was some new stuff from Tyler Hoechlin's Clark Kent or Superman. I think there was some new stuff from Lois, and there was some stuff from Lana Lang. Yeah, just very interesting. I wasn't expecting that in this trailer. Like some new stuff. I wasn't expecting that at all. So it was actually sort of cool to have that. But yeah, there's no vision of anything yet because there's no filming yet. They were meant to start filming the pilot for that show. And then I think Corona happened like a week or two before they meant to start. So they were just about to start and they had to stop, which was a bit frustrating. But yeah, as I said, you know, filming dates or filming in general, like Superman and Lois got prevented just before it starts. Well, filming is pretty much just about to start for all these shows. Like we're in the month of September now. Yeah, cue that Earth, Wind, and Fire song. Yeah, that's all you're going to get from me in regards to singing. But yeah, September's here. So we're going to get the shows starting to film again. Now, the first show that we know starts filming in regards to DC TV, Arrowverse, or CWverse stuff is Batwoman. Batwoman will be starting on, I think, the next day or two after this video comes out. So I don't know if they're going to release anything online. I think they might, just because of the whole situation going on at the moment. Like, oh my god, it's Corona, what's going to happen? Is anything going to start filming? I think they'll make it known that Batwoman has started filming, so we might get something cool. It wouldn't surprise me too much if they do release something Javicia Leslie-wise in regards to her suit, unless they had that plan for DC Fandom. They had that photo ready, it was part of their panel, then they'll leave it for then. But yeah, it wouldn't matter anyway, because it's not like they're going to do any public filming. If there is, I don't think there's going to be any chances of like her being on set in the suit leaking, just because of the restrictions they'll put in place. So they're safe in regards to that, but I guess it just matters in regards to whether they actually had it planned for Fandom or not. If they didn't, then I can just see them releasing it online in the next couple of days. So maybe keep your eyes out for that. The Supergirl cast has started arriving in Vancouver for quarantine. I'm pretty sure Jesse Rath, who plays Brainiac, has actually completed his quarantine. Or he's just started it. It's one of the two. I just heard people talking about it. I'm not sure if all of them are there. I think Melissa Benoist, who plays Supergirl, is the big question mark because of her pregnancy. I think she's probably not going to be there for the first month. I think they might do like a sort of a catch-up thing for her, but that'll be interesting. We'll have to wait and see what happens there, but Supergirl cast has started getting there. The Superman and Lois cast are quarantining, or they finished doing that 2 weeks. Bitsy Tulloch, who plays Lois Lane, I think finished a while ago because her husband was up there already doing quarantine because he was on a show that was starting to film before. I think I think it started filming before, so she's been done for a while, I'm pretty sure. But she did post on Twitter that she's been getting wardrobe fittings done, and she was asking people on Twitter to give her like iconic Lois Lane looks, might I say, to sort of adopt into the show. And there was some good suggestions. I'll leave the tweet. You would have seen it on screen, so if you want to go to a Twitter and maybe leave a suggestion in the comments, you can go do that. Legends of Tomorrow, I have no idea about. I honestly have no idea. If they're up there, they're up there. I have no idea what's going on there, to be completely honest. I wouldn't be able to give you any sort of update there. Now, The Flash is an interesting one. That's said to be actually starting in October in regards to filming. That's not 100% confirmed because it's changing on a day-by-day basis. But Eric Wallace did say October seems to be the date that they're going for. But that isn't as dramatic as it sounds, because all the other shows wouldn't be starting until like late September, because you got to remember they're getting up there soon, but they got to do their quarantine. So Flash is only like, by the sounds of it, like only like a week, maybe two behind the others at this stage, outside of Batwoman. But by some posts from Candice Patton in particular on Instagram, it does seem that the cast for The Flash is about to head up to Vancouver for quarantine as well. And I'm sure we'll get some social media posts from one or more of the cast when they're up there. Obviously, Danielle Panabaker is a big question mark because of her recent pregnancy and birth. So she might not be up there straight away, especially because of how her character left last season. Black Lightning, no clue. Atlanta has a big question mark on it. But Stephen Amell, who of course played Green Arrow is in Atlanta to film his new show. It hasn't started filming yet, I think, but they're doing training and prep. But it starts very soon. So Atlanta, they're going to film stuff there. So I'm sure we'll get some updates. But Black Lightning is meant to premiere in January, so they need to start filming before November at least to get some episodes done. You'd hopefully think they'd start filming, beginning of October. And Stargirl seems like it is going to be starting late this year or early next year based off interviews. I would assume early next year, but they have a decent break. They won't be premiering until middle of next year alongside Supergirl and Legends, so they have some breathing room, but they wouldn't want to leave it too long. But of course, we saw a trailer at the beginning of the video. Trailers and promos, when are they going to start? A lot of people have been asking. I would expect late October to early November roughly. Because we'll have Swamp Thing airing. I'm sure that'll be an area where they'll play some promos. If you're going to be watching Swamp Thing on the CW, you might get bonuses, especially when we get like halfway through their season, because I think we'll start to see CW promos played like with new footage. So that'll be the time I think they'll drop, like late October, but I think early November would be like the most likely area. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it to show support. Let me know in the comments section down below your various opinions on what we went over. What are your thoughts on the CWverse? Hate it, love it, don't really care? I'm intrigued, let me know. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.